Hello Yu-Gi-Oh! GX fans far and wide. My name is Slifer Kaiser and I'm here with a new project on my channel, and that is the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy World Cup. The reason why I have this as a project is because I have a weird fascination with just the student life living situations of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX outside of like the first half of the first season really went into this. So I want to see what Yu-Gi-Oh! GX student is actually the best at Duel Academy back from the old days of watching that show. And how am I going to find out who is the best Duel Academy student when Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is a show? Pretty simple answer actually. You gotta go from a video game. So I'm gonna go off my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! GX video game series, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. Yes, the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force series. In particular, I am going to play number 2, and that's because I have a playthrough of the second one right now going on. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force has the largest cast of characters within Duel Academy. Unlike most other games, this game has actually just put you in Duel Academy and has to kind of fill it in, right? You can't just have all the main characters and that's basically it. No, you gotta have just a lot of characters. Like there are potentially like 500 characters. I know one other Game Boy game kind of says that there's like around 500 characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force does not have 500 students here, but it does have 85 Duel Academy students. I'm including Zayton in that, so that makes it 85 students. And yeah, we can make a big tournament with 85 students, and it's pretty epic. And I think it'd be cool to see if a certain Obelisk Blue, like Anka right here, can beat Jaden or Zane to win it all. So how do you divvy up these 85 students? It's not that easy, but for now I've created a system where we have Obelisk Blues being, we're doing a class system here, right? where the Obelisk Blues, who are already pompous and arrogant about their abilities, have a better pot structure than the Raw Yellows and the Slifer Reds, with some obviously overlap, and with those overlaps being what I consider to be, let's say, the worst Obelisk Blues here, the better Slifer Reds here, and then the better Raw Yellows, but you know, this one's from the show, Tyranno and Bastion. And what's happening here is we're going to do a knockout tournament setup where we're trying to make just every single match a 1-out knockout tournament setup. And how do you do this with 85 players? For one, I am adding myself as the 86th player here, Slifer Kaiser. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 2 playthrough going on right now. Please check it out if you'd like. But from that playthrough, from the ending of my first playthrough, I have a current deck that's considered my general deck, and why not? I created a lore system where I'm in this show as well, so I will add myself into this tournament as one of the upper echelon Slifer Reds. But between pot 1, 2, 3, and 4, we have 86 to start. We want to create a top 64 bracket because that makes it even and easy. So to do that, we have to have a preliminary round where we have to eliminate 22 people. So 44, the worst 44, have to face off against each other to create that top 64, if that makes sense. So the worst 44 are split up into 22 better players and 22 worse players. So all the Slifer Reds are on the worst side, and on the better side is most of the Raw Yellows plus some of the Slifer Reds. And here we have kind of a setup where we can create a preliminary round to then these guys all fit within the pot 2 of the top 64 to face off against the Raw Yellows here. So here I have kind of what's here. Pot 1, all Obelisk Blues, weaker decks left out. So these are the weaker decks. Jasmine and Mindy are considered kind of the weaker Obelisk Blues here as well. The rest of the Obelisk Blues and the top 2 Raw Yellows. rest of the raw yellows, and the top 9, in my opinion, of Slifer Reds, and the remaining Slifer Reds are in pot 4. So first, we're going to have preliminary rounds where only these guys are going to face off against each other. Hope that makes sense. And I have some other kind of cool setups here. For one, I have a player setup where I have everyone's kind of deck, everyone's win-loss, and then I'm going to start creating an ELO ranking system. So everyone has an ELO ranking starting at 1250, and based on their wins or losses, they will go up and go down. So I'm creating a system where I'm trying to get a more accurate read of how good these guys are, not just in a vacuum, not just with one player, but hopefully I play multiple of these tournaments and then get everyone's setup. And I'm creating a note system here as well. It's not the best for now, but like kind of just their general lore within Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. So if you guys have any lore with any of these guys, please tell me in the comments below and I could add it in. And there we have it for the setup of the Duel Academy World Cup. And if you guys got confused with something, don't worry, it'll start to click in on August 23rd with the first matchup of the preliminary round at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, as we start off the tournament to see who is the best duelist at Duel Academy. Come check it out. Peace.